Hello my champ, how are you all? I am your shield. In today's video sponsored by Whiteout Survival, I am discussing on the Bloom battle. I was testing the formation and the hero setup for the Bloom battle, and I was also collecting some data from other big level spender or other normal player, what hero they are using, what damage they are getting. And after getting all the data, I need to change something in my previous spreadsheet. Also, I will tell you something about the Silverfrost because you guys are asking me what we can purchase from here. So let's jump in our video. Alright guys, yesterday I told you the left side mainly for pay to win, right side mainly for free to play players. We have no problem with the Geronimo. Geronimo working very good actually, but I talk with some people, they told Reina is not working good for them. Some people said Reina is working good if we are using 10% Lancer. If we are using less than 10% Lancer, Reina is not working properly. So I think we have only other option left, that is the Mia. Actually, I don't trust any other Lancer. If you check the other Lancer skill, most of them work with the, like, they are turn dependent or chance dependent. Other Lancers they are not very good actually. So I say you can go for the Mia better option. Reina working only when you are putting 10% to 20% Lancer. Okay. Now I got some recommendation from some people, some big spender. They told me Philly is working good. Philly is working better than Mia. Now I did not focus on the Philly that much in the starting, but now I check the skill of the Philly. If you check the second skill of the Philly, it tells Philly has 25% chance to bring 200% damage. So that can be a game changer. By the way, it is only 25% chance, so risky, very risky. On the other side, Mia is safe. 50% chance for 50% extra damage, or another skill 50% chance for 50% damage. Looks pretty much safe. Philly can bring high damage, but very risky. Anyway, I will try the Philly, but I have to make it 4-star minimum. Can I do it right now? I can do it. Okay, I make the Philly 4-star, but I will not attack right now. I will attack, then I will make another video what my Philly is doing. So for now, I am telling Philly, Mia both can be a good option if you are pay to win player. And marksman working pretty much on this chart. According to this chart, okay, it is following the same chart. I have only one doubt for the Gen 3 actually. I think Alonso can be better than the Greg because Greg's skills are defensive. Alonso's skills are more offensive. Okay. But last time we tested with our whales, our big spender, Greg's stat is better than Alonso. Maybe that is the reason Greg worked better. And last time we actually used the 10 10 80. That time we used the Reina. Reina was working better than the Mia last time. Okay. And other marksman, there is no big change. By the way, in this chart, all the marksmen are level 5, I mean 5-star. You cannot compare 5-star Bradley versus 1-star Hendrik. Then you can ask me why Hendrik making low damage. Okay, it should be 5-star Bradley versus 5-star Hendrik. Then you can compare. Okay, other thing, I don't know if it is any change in the marksman list. Geronimo or Natalia, same. Mia or Philip. For now, I'm telling go for the Mia. Don't use the Philly right now. First, I will use the Philly, then I will tell you what you can do. I have one more confusion, particularly here on the Gen 12. Rufus or the Lygia. If any big level spender watching the video, please can you do it one more time? Use the comparison Rufus versus Lygia. Use your best formation, troops formation, what you are working. Then Geronimo, Mia depends on you what you are using. But do the testing between Rufus and the Lygia. I feel like Rufus can be better than the Lygia. Rufus is already better than Lygia for the bear hunt, so I think Rufus can be also better in the Bloom battle. So here I think Alonso can be better than the Greg. I have not tested this one this time. It was tested last time actually. And this one I told you I have not tested any one of them. Gen 10, Gen 11, Gen 12. There is no test on this last three generation because last time when the event came, I was Gen 9 that time. So Rufus Lygia, you guys please test one time and tell me what happens. For free to play, it is simple. There is no change. In the early gen, you are using Flint, then Hector. Here we are always using Mia and Marksman Alonso. Then we are going to Lin. If you are getting Gwen in the Gen 5, if you are free to play, then you can go for Gwen. If you don't have the Gwen, then you can stick with the Lin. If you get the ON, you can also get the ON. But from Gen 7, you are getting the Bradley. From Gen 10, you are getting the Blanchett. There is no change for the free to play players. Mainly, I'm talking about pay to win. What you are doing with the Lancer. Use the Mia right now. And here goes the formation. I have tested the formation 5590 and 101080. Let me show you what happened. Here you can see I tried several times yesterday. So this one I used the Valkanas that brings some low damage. Rufus made the high damage. That's why I think Rufus can be better than Lygia also. And you see my damage suddenly increase because I apply the 20% buff, 20% damage up, 20% lethality up, 20% attack up, and 20% enemy defense down. Then I got some high damage, and this one actually was 1-1, not 1-1. It was one infantry, one lancer, and remaining all marksman. Not exactly 1198. It was one infantry, one lancer, and remaining all marksman. Okay, but my damage go up when I tried the 10-10-80. My heroes are Hector, Mia, and Rufus. So here I use the 10-10-80, and this one I use the 5590. For me, the 5590 was the best option. Okay, it depends person to person, but 5590 worked best for me. Okay, so it is still best for me. 1198 probably not useful for me for my generation. It depends person to person. It depends on the hero. Depends on the stat. Okay, I'm getting one more suggestion. 5 10 85. I can check that later. Okay, and 20 30 50 probably for the early generation. It is not working for me. Even 2296 not very good for me this time. For me, this one is still the best. 5590, then 10-10-80. Okay, and 1198 not that much good. All right, and here you can see the result from my day one Bloom battle. First one I tried the Valkanas, the damage was not very good. Then my damage go up with the Rufus. So I think Rufus is better than Lygia also. And this one infantry, one lancer, remaining all marksman. And my damage is suddenly increased because I am using 20% attack up, lethality up, and defense down. And this one 10-10-80, I made some good damage, but this one 5590, I bring the highest damage with this. So in this video, I am mainly doing two change. In place of Rain, I am bringing Mia, and I will test the Philly. Then I will tell you. Don't use the Philly at this moment. First, I will test you. Then you guys will try. Okay. And for the Gen 3, I'm telling you go for the Alonso because I myself think Greg is very weak. Last time, what happened, what happens, but this time something can change. Okay. So I may test one more time with the Greg versus Alonso. All right. And there is no change for the free to play players, the right side. Free to play will completely follow the same list. In the Gen 5, you can get the Gwen, or in the Gen 6, you can get the ON. Otherwise, everything same for free to play. One more thing I need to tell you. Many people tell if we are using the Razorbeak in the bear hunt, our damage don't go up. Our damage go very bad. We should avoid the Razorbeak in the bear trap. But I tried the Razorbeak in the Bloom battle. I tested with Razorbeak, without Razorbeak. I see the opposite. When I'm using the Razorbeak, my damage increase in the Bloom battle. Okay, people say we should not use the Razorbeak in the bear hunt, but I see here if I am using the Razorbeak, it is working good for me. And if you really want to use the 20% boost, it is difficult for everyone. It takes so much gem. I have a suggestion. When one day ending, the next day starting, that moment use the boost. Let's say today, before the server reset, the server reset on the 0 UTC, I try to play the Bloom Battle 1 hour before. So I activate my pet skill 1 hour before the server reset. Okay. Also, I activate the 20% boost 1 hour before the server reset. Then I play the Bloom Battle. After 1 hour, the server reset, the next day start. Again, I play the Bloom Battle for the next day. That means I'm getting benefit of the 20% boost for first day and the second day both. Again, I can do the same thing on the third day and the fourth day. So I don't need to use the 20% boost like 5 times. Okay. The event is for the 5 day, but I don't need to use it 5 times. I can use 2 times and I cover 4 day actually. When one day ending, next day starting, that moment we can use the 20% boost and the pet skill. Pet skill stay active for 2 hours. So when 1 hour remaining before the next day start, we can activate the pet skill. So also in the next day we can get that for 1 hour. Okay. So pet skill city bonus can be used together for first day, second day, then again third day, fourth day. By doing this, you can get some high damage. Now we are going to Silverfrost. What item we can purchase from here? Look, mathematically, value wise, Mithril is the best item. Then Charm Secret, second best item. I told you several times in my old videos. But also, I tell you guys, if you are free to play or the low spender, you should go for the purple building in the Daybreak Island. Try to max these two building. You can skip the research speed if you want, but training speed will give you long benefit. One time will come when all the research will be max, but there is no ending for the training. You can keep using that. At my level, every day I am getting 2 hours benefit. I save 2 hours every day when I'm training my troops. My buildings are already maxed. Okay, so free to play low spender, you can try for this two building. If you want to upgrade this building, you need same type extra purple building. You cannot use the mythic shard component for the Daybreak Island. This one. And if you are low spender, you can also get one of this building. You can get only one of this building, then you can upgrade the building with the mythic component. Okay. You don't need to purchase same building multiple times. Only one building enough. And why it is better for free to play? You can get the building, then you can try for the 10% stat. Uh, if you are going for the mithril, you can get only 3 mithril. And we have other sources for the mithril if you are free to play. Labyrinth shop, then you can go for the Tundra Arms League or the Frost Dragon Tyrant. Those are some good sources for free to play. But this building is coming only one time in your whole life. You cannot get the building for the second time. Okay. It is only once in your lifetime. So you can go for the building, and this type building can give you 10% stat. Slowly you can go for the 10% stat. Troop defense 10%. That is good for free to play or the low spender. Okay. I have these two options for you if you are free to play. This one and this one. And Rally Joiner can go for the Fire Crystal. Okay, if you want, I can show you the chart. You already see the chart several times in my old videos. Here, cost for one silver shell, and here how much you can get in the whole shop quantity. Silver shell to purchase the whole shop, and how much we can get using $100 in the silver shop versus how much we can get using $100 in the other shop. Okay, so Mithril and Charm Secret, these two items are actually very good item. If you are spending your money, then you can go for these two item. These are the best item. But at the same time, I tell you, free to play should not go for these two item. Free to play can go for the Daybreak building. That is my first recommendation. Okay. Then if you are the rally joiner, you need some high level FC troops. You need the Helios troop. Then you can go for the Fire Crystal if you want. Okay. Essence Stone not a good choice. Actually, pay to win can go for Essence Stone if you want, but free to play don't need the Essence Stone. Free to play get the essence stone from the bear hunt. Far better. And between charm design and charm guide, I say go for the charm design because charm guide comes in the highest number. If you see here, by default we are getting lot of charm guide, but we get very less number of charm design. So it is better if we focus on the charm design. Okay, you can go for it. Now let's say you are those free to play who are not going for daybreak building, who don't want the mythic building, who don't want the purple building, but you want the stat. In that case, you can go for the charm design or the design plan. Pet item not a good choice for free to play. Or if you are pay to win, you should not go for the pet item. You can go for the custom pet chest. That is a pack. Okay. If you purchase that pack, you can get better value. Okay. Essence Stone, we have better pack, that is the custom armament chest. Also, if you are pay to win, you can go for the charm item and the gear item from the artisan strobe. Those are better option for pay to win player. So for pay to win, mainly go for the mithril and the charm secret. Okay, free to play can go for the mithril, but I told you mithril come and go. Okay, you always get mithril from some other sources if you are free to play. But the daybreak building, those are limited. You cannot get them for the second time in your life. Daybreak building mainly come in the silver shop, so free to play should go for the daybreak building. And if you don't want daybreak building, then you can go for the fire crystal or the charm design or the design plan. These are some good options for you. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment. That is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and bye bye.